What's up, guys? It's Trey Piff back for another video, and I really wanted to make an informational video for you guys. It's a straight mirror board on the experience that I had on why most people fail in high ticket sales. It's very simple, and I'm going to show you guys what you need to avoid, and obviously, you guys will understand what you need to do in order to see success with this. So, let's get straight into it. You guys can see I have it right here. Why most people fail in high ticket sales. And this is the truth most people do not talk about. And the reason why that is because a lot of people don't end up figuring out these things. And that's why I think one of the biggest things is you want to have mistakes, you want to have problems, and it kind of opens up doors that you can learn from. Especially even, talking to more people, you learn from their mistakes, and that's how you could become a better rep overall. But number one, they pitch before they listen. I know so many people that don't dig deep enough into the pain of the prospects, and they already go into pitching, saying stuff about the mentorship, the deliverables, and that's simply not the best case possible. So they jump into the pitch not understanding the prospect's pain, no understanding, and that's not an equal to a close. And it's very simple because at the end of the day, you gave the prospect no reason to really buy this mentorship. And that's one of the biggest problems is you want to make sure that this prospect is having a mindset of this is a no-brainer. I have to buy this program in order to see success with whatever I'm doing, right? Another thing is talking about the offer first. You want to understand the prospect's situation, whether they're working, they're in school, etc. A bunch of these things first before you even talk about this trading offer, this e-com offer, etc. And three discovery questions before you even mention price. So you can ask questions like, what's the biggest thing that makes you want to get out of your 9 to 5? Oh, how long have you felt this way? And why so do you actually want to move on from your situation and, give this a try now? Questions like this will dig deeper into their pain and they'll open up to you about why they want to quit their job or get out of school, etc. So make sure that you're actually getting a good understanding of the prospect's pain and why they want to get out of their current situation before you even pitch or mention anything about the offer, right? Number two is they're scared of the price. And the biggest thing, nobody wants to spend $4,000, $5,000, a high ticket price with, not understanding or not feeling like whatever you're offering is valuable, right? So the voice drops, they over explain, speeds up. The prospect has fear and they don't trust you. And that's what, going back to discovery of why it's important is you have to understand the prospect's pain and you have to gain their trust. With all these things, the prospect will make it a no-brainer to buy this program. But if you simply don't do those things, they're going to be scared of the price or even scared to spend that type of money. And the biggest thing is to stay calm, keep it slow, and then shut up. Whenever you mention price, you never want to speak and continue to talk. So say, for example, I mentioned, oh yeah, the program is $4,000. How would you like to move forward? Right? But if I continue to talk and I say, yeah, the program's $4,000 because of this, because of that, it makes me feel not confident in what I'm selling. And it makes it seem like I have to prove to them that this program's worth it. If you simply understand the prospect situation, how you can help them, and the offer will speak for itself, they will literally just buy your program. You don't have to prove it to them of why your offer is gonna help them, right? Silence is the price of the power. Most reps want to talk themselves out of this deal. They want to add some extra details. I'm telling you, if you keep it simple, you pitch and you keep it quiet, the prospect will want to buy from you because you're confident already in what you're selling. I know so many times that I've messed up with this because I kept dragging it out. If you simply just stay quiet after you pitch, boom, the prospects will either tell you why they don't want to buy it or they'll end up buying. And after, if they don't want to buy it, you could simply just handle that objection. And going into number three, a zero follow-up system. And this is very huge because at the end of the day, not everybody's going to buy the first time they hear about the program. And it's, not everybody's going to buy the first time. And that's going to happen throughout this whole process of high ticket sales, any sales. Like nobody's going to want to buy the first time. And that's why your follow-up system has to be very structured and very strong. For example, like they hear nobody, they disappear, and then 4 weeks later they just show up out of nowhere when others quit. I'm telling you, there's gonna be times where people are literally gonna text you and ask you about the program. But if you simply just keep these people in a pipeline or you keep it organized, what I have is I have a full system of people I've talked to, whether they closed, if they didn't, why they didn't close. And I have the AI telling me that I need to follow up with these leads. So I'm able to get back to them and, close this deal. I'm telling you, 80% of closed deals after 5 touches of the reps, after one time a rep touches a lead, whether they call them, they text them, they leave them. But I'm telling you, if you contact them 5+ times, they're going to be like, okay, this guy really wants to help me with my situation. And he really, let me hear what he has to say. Boom. If you talk to them or you contact them more than 5 times, they're most likely going to answer. And boom, you could get a closed deal. I'm telling you, most of the money that most reps make in high ticket sales are from follow ups because not everybody buys the first time. And, they're already in a nurturing process. Whether you showed them the pre-call material, they hopped on the call and they didn't end up paying on the closing call. They're already in the mindset of, okay, like I didn't buy it now. Let me think about it. And then boom, the next day they're going to want to buy. And say if you don't contact them that day, boom, they'll never end up buying. And that's money that you're leaving on the table, right? So build a 7-step follow-up: call, text, voice message, repeat. Your competition already quit. I'm pretty sure other sales reps, I know so many other sales reps that quit after the first or second time of contacting leads. So I'm telling you, there's money being left on the table. If you're not selling this, somebody else is. So make sure that you're following up with these leads. And another tip that I've seen that helps is if somebody's not answering your phone, call them on Facebook audio or FaceTime audio. They're gonna be like, oh shoot, I'm not used to this. So it's a higher rate of them answering, right? Number 4, wrong leads every time, right? So the best closers in the world still can't sell to the broke, unqualified people. Bad leads and results, and it's your mindset. I'm telling you, there's always going to be times where you're going to get bad leads, people who are unqualified or they're broke. And that's fine as long as you have a process to where you follow up with them, you let them know, oh, when will you get this money in time? They give you a range of 2 to 3 weeks. You could have a system to where you follow up with them, right? The thing is, you shouldn't take any calls that are booked. At the end of the day, you have time that you're wasting. Say if you're a setter, that's 5 to 15 minutes that you're going to be wasting on a setting process. Or if you're a closer, 45 to an hour that you're going to be wasting, right? Gauge your calendar. Make sure that they're qualified first. And even if the setter's not qualifying them, you can qualify them. It's that simple. I'm telling you, you call them up, understand their situation. Hey, is this program something that fits you right now, or do you currently have capital to invest? They'll tell you straight up, oh, is this, and then they give you a number. Say, for example, they give you $5,000. Hey, is this $5,000 something that you have with you at the moment or something you'll need a week or two to get? Boom, I have it at the moment. Or if I need a week or two to get, boom, follow up with them later on. And the biggest thing is like 1 great qualified lead and 5 bad ones. Protect your time and your energy. I'm telling you, taking calls left and right will literally drain your body. And I'm telling you, it'll make you want to, and say you have 5 bad calls, you're going to be like, dang, am I really good at closing? And it's going to make you want to quit because you had 5 bad calls back to back. But at the end of the day, obviously there might have been something that you could have done better, which is qualifying, but it's something that you're going to blame on yourself and think that, oh, I'm not good enough and I'm just end up quitting. So make sure you're protecting your time and your energy when it comes to calls and make sure they're qualified. Number 5, the quit after 1 no. And obviously, like I'm telling you, like I mentioned earlier, not everybody's going to want to buy in the first place. But I'm telling you, 1 no is simply just you quitting on a lead and you literally aren't built for whatever you're getting into, high ticket sales in general, because everybody's going to say no. Not everybody's going to agree on spending a certain amount of money, but you have to really shift their mindset in order for them to buy a program, right? Everybody's going to say no. It's part of the job. The top closers get rejected on a daily and they don't flinch. They don't blink. And that's because they know every no will end up turning into a yes because they're going to change their mindset, explain how they could help them, and get them to the goals that they want, right? And stop counting rejection, start tracking your close rate. The biggest, or don't even track your close rate. That's something that, you let numbers get to your mind. A lot of setters and closers, they like to track, how much their close rate when they're sending calls, how much closers are closing on their close calls. If you start to look at the numbers, you will kind of like mess with your own mind. Because at the end of the day, if you're still making money and you're following up with these leads, following up with them, getting them closed eventually, that's fine. But a lot of people, after they get that first no, they kind of just move on and say, oh, there's going to be a new lead tomorrow. I'm telling you, you're leaving money on the table doing that. Not every no is data. Most people quit in 60 days, outlast, and money follows. Like I mentioned, follow-ups is super important. And even on this call that you're currently having, for example, say you're on the second call with them and you're trying to close them, they keep saying no. Just reframe the call, understand what they need help with, how you could get them to the goals that they want, and then boom, you understand the objection that they're throwing, whether it's fear, money, and you handle the call from there. I'm telling you, not everybody's going to say yes the first time. If you're able to shift their mindset, they're going to eventually say yes and buy the program. It's that simple. Number 6 is they never improve their craft. I'm telling you, there's so many ways that you could push the needle and get better every single day. When I was a setter, I was reviewing my calls. I was reviewing other calls on YouTube, people that I was talking to. I was reviewing calls every single day to see how I could get better. And even as a closer, I used to watch YouTube videos, going to the gym every single day because I always knew there was a way that I could push the needle and get better, right? They wing every call, no call reviews, no study, no coaching, and they wonder why they're stuck. And that's why a lot of closers or a lot of sales reps are stuck in a position to where they can't find better offers. They're not making the commission that they want to be making because it's a discipline problem. If you simply don't realize that most calls you could do something better, most people never get better because they think that they're perfect or they blame it on somebody else, for example. Review every single call, find the momentum, find the moment of the energy shift. And if you really had a really good call, I'm telling you, there's probably a time where you didn't do something correct, whether you stuttered or you said something wrong. I'm telling you, there's always a better way you could push a needle. And treat sales like a sport. Like, athletes watch film every single day, and that's something that you should do on a daily basis. And all these 6 things right here are the best ways that you could become the best rep, and why you should, avoid these things. This is why most people fail in high ticket sales. And it's simply because of these simple things. And nobody realized that these steps are how you could actually become a better rep eventually in high ticket sales and start hitting 5, 10, 15, 20K per month. Right? The truth is, it's never the niche, it's never the economy. People fail because they quit on the skills. And a lot of people don't want to continue to get better. They blame other people, they blame leads. If you simply just blame yourself and realize there's something that you could have done better, you will continue to get better and start making the commission you want. Like, comment, subscribe if you like this video at Trey Piff on all platforms. I'm going to be making more videos like this. If you guys have any questions, comment down below or comment any videos you guys want me to make. I'll gladly make it for you guys, help you guys out. And yeah, follow me, subscribe, like, comment down below at Trey Piff on all platforms. I'll see you guys in the next video.